was a dish that my mother made all the time. She made it with greens, which we call minestre. We had it with the zucchini stew that I have put on my YouTube, Mary Cooks, and on my blog. It's a fabulous way of fixing polenta, and it's called fried polenta. We're going to start with 3 cups of cornmeal. I have 2 cups already in the mixing bowl. This is the 3rd cup. And I have some hot water, boiling water, that I basically boiled in the microwave. And we're going to use 3 cups of water. I better put my salt in first before my water. A teaspoon and a half of salt. Salt is important because there'll be no other flavoring if we don't have some salt in there. Mix that through a little bit. Make a well in the cornmeal and pour in your water. 3 cups. I have 4 cups boiled just in case I need more. So let's see. Let's start with what I have here. Let's see where we are. Mix this well. This takes a lot of muscle, arm muscle. Great for the arms. See, we need more hot water. Once you get this, the right amount of water, then you will beat it with your wooden spoon before we put it in the frying pan. And let's see, I need more water. It's too dry. I'm going to put the whole 4 cups in there, because this is really drinking up the water. Now I might be in trouble. I might have too much water in here. But then, you know what we can do? We can add more cornmeal. And be careful, the water is hot. You're working with very hot water. Okay, been beating this for a while now. It took a lot of muscle, and that's the consistency we want. Okay, now we're ready to put in our frying pan. A non-stick frying pan with some extra virgin olive oil. Get it nice and hot. And then we're going to spoon this into the frying pan. Looks like you're making a cake. Flatten it out. You'll see the oil is even coming up to the top. Now, don't worry about it. We want this to fry. Now, Mother told me to always make a hole in the middle of this so that the oil will go in there. Let's see, let's tip that. Let's try and get some oil down into that hole. Might need to use a spoon. Okay, let's try putting some in there. There we go. Put some oil in there. Okay. Smooth that out and let that cook. Now we're going to, once this is cooked on the bottom, we'll get a nice crispy crust on it. Well, that's delicious. My children used to, and I did this when I was a child. My mother made this, and when I made this for my children, they did the same thing. They would peel off the crust and eat the crust because it was so crispy and delicious. This takes a while to brown, so just let it bubble along, let it cook, and we'll keep our eye on it. When we go to flip this, we're going to do this carefully over a bowl or over the sink because there's oil in that will come out when we flip it. So we have to be very careful when we flip what I've been doing while this has been cooking is with a spoon or spatula, I've been pushing the sides away from the frying pan. That sort of lets more oil come up the side and also lets you know how well it's cooking on the bottom. This cornmeal, basically, it was cooked once it got the hot water was added to it. So, you know, what we're doing is basically frying it and getting a crust on it. I'm ready for turning, so. And this has been cooking on medium-high heat. Take a dish that is smaller than your frying pan, place it over the polenta, carefully over a bowl, let the oil come out, draining the oil out, and there we go. Put the oil back into the frying pan. Slide the polenta back into the frying pan. The other side of our fried polenta is cooked. I'd say that it cooked about 10 to 12 minutes on both sides. Put it in a serving dish. It's hot and crispy. There we go. Let me give it a cut. Hear the crunch? And fry.